Hello and welcome to Not Just Disney, and to the third in our series of videos in which we will be completing the full Canadian Premier League season 2020 using Logacta, the 1970s football simulation game played using dice. We have a packed programme for you today as the action begins, and we will be playing the first 4 match sets. Now, very quickly, a question that we have been asked is how and where will you be rolling the dice? To find that out, we have to go over to a completely different person who hopefully can hear us in our playing area. Yes, hello and welcome to our brand new stadium, making its competitive debut today. Those of you who saw our news video in July will already be aware that we were going to incorporate a dice tower to give us a randomised or a more randomised rolling of the dice. That now stands at an incredible 30, yeah, you heard me right, 30 centimetres in height, and hopefully we'll get a lovely random roll of the die on every occasion. But what you wouldn't know about, and there's no reason why you should, because we've only just acquired this, but we now have a lovely artificial pitch. Try as we might, we couldn't get real grass to work at this scale, so we have got this artificial pitch, as I say, and you've got to admire it. Look at the crispness of those lines across the pitch there. We obviously have the real pitch markings, and we have acquired a goal because it did look a little bit bare without a goal at the end, so we've popped that into a conveniently sized hole in that back wall. Now, all we're waiting for at the moment is for the match official. You can see him down there in the penalty area carrying out the last of his pre-competition inspections. As soon as he has completed those and is satisfied that the stadium meets all the relevant Logacta regulations, you'll be coming back to us hopefully for the first of our 16 matches today in the Canadian Premier League. But in the meantime, we'll just pop you back to the studio. So very quickly, let's just take a look at today's matches. We can see we have the 4 sets of matches there. First up, Edmonton v Cavalry, Forge v Pacific, Wanderers meet the New Boys Atletico, and York 9 take on Valor. And from a away game against the bottom team last season, Atletico in the second set of matches will be home to the champions, Forge. And again, in the third set of matches, we have a clash of the Titans. Last year's champions, as I say, Forge against Cavalry, who were the runners-up. So I'm hearing that everything is okay at the stadium. So let's return to a completely different person, as at last it is match time. Welcome back. The match official has signed off the stadium as fit for Logacta play. It's now time to get the Canadian Premier League 2020 as played with Logacta underway. Our first match is Edmonton at home to Cavalry. Edmonton have the blue die, and that's a 2. Cavalry 1. 2-1 home win to Edmonton. The champions, they are Forge. They're playing Pacific. Forge have the blue die and the yellow die as a form team, being champions for the first 4 match sets. Nothing with the blue die. The yellow die 1, so just a single goal there for Forge. And I don't know if you can see this on the camera, but the heavens have opened. You probably can hear it. The rain is absolutely torrential at the moment. Now, Pacific rolling just the red die. We've already got the floodlights on. 2, an away win for Pacific, and the champions have lost their debut game of the 2020 season. Wanderers are at home to the New Boys Atletico. Wanderers 3. That's going to be difficult for Atletico. Not impossible though. 3. An amazing 6-goal thriller there. Wanderers 3, Atletico 3. The last of our first match set of 4 games. It's York 9 home to Valor. York, that's a 1. Valor, 0. So Valor become the first team to fail to score in the CPL this season. So we've had 2 home wins, an away win and a tie in that first 4 matches. The shock result being Forge losing at home to Pacific, despite having the extra Forge die. But now they have a chance to compensate for that. They are away now to the new boys Atletico, who failed to score. So Forge have a chance now to gain their first points of the season. 0. Oh, and luckily they have the form die, but it's not all over yet then for Forge. 1. They scrape a 1-0 away victory against the league's new boys. The team who came second last season, Cavalry, now at home. They've not won their first match either, so they're trying to overcome York, who were winners first time out. Cavalry, 4. That's pretty emphatic. York, 0. Emphatic 4-0 victory for Cavalry. Remember, they did win the league portion of the season last year. Pacific home to Edmonton now. Nothing for Pacific. And Edmonton, first time winners, 1. So it's a maximum points there for Edmonton so far. 1-0 winners. And the final match of this match set, Valor at home to Wanderers. Valor rolling blue, of course. And that's a 0. Wanderers rolling red. They had that 6-goal thriller in the first match, if you recall. And they win the second match 2-0. So we're already through the first half of our 16 matches today. This is match set 3, Edmonton at home to Valor. Edmonton, 4. And Valor, 0. So that's the second 4-0 scoreline this season already in the first 9 games. And Edmonton now have 2 wins and a draw in the first set of matches. No, actually, that's wrong, isn't it? Edmonton have so far won every match. So they're perfect record. Sorry about that. Forge at home to Cavalry. So this is the winner of the playoff or the championship final against the runners-up. So Forge have the blue die and the yellow die. It's 1 to Forge. And 0, so just a single goal to Forge. Cavalry have the red die. And they take the match 2-1. Not the best of starts for Forge then. Just 1 win in 3 matches. Wanderers at home to Pacific. Wanderers, 2. Pacific, 2. Now we should have removed the blue die there, but there was no interference, so the match official has judged that that can stand. If the die had come into contact with the blue die, we would have had to have had a re-roll, but our match official has said that that roll can stand. York 9 at home to Atletico. That's 4 for York 9. Atletico 2. Disappointment for the new boys there then. Just have one draw to their name so far. That completes match set 3. We come now to match set 4, our final 4 matches for today. Atletico playing straight away again at home to Edmonton. That's a 0. Everybody does expect Edmonton with their perfect record to take this game, and they're certainly on course for that. And they have. That's 4 out of 4 for Edmonton. A 1-0 victory away in Ottawa. Cavalry now at home to Wanderers. That's a 2 to Cavalry. Wanderers 3. Very good away win there for Wanderers. Pacific are at home to York 9. Just a single goal for Pacific. York 9. It's a 1. It's a tie, 1-1. And the final match of these first 16 games, the first 4 match sets, it's Valor FC home to Forge FC. So Valor rolling blue. Fail to score. What can Forge do now then? They have 2 die, remember. Their record isn't really that of champions in these first 4 matches. But the red die, that's 3. That's a little bit better. They've taken that match, and they do have the form die still. And another 1. So I've Forge FC found their touch after the first 4 matches with a 4-0 victory away to Valor. So that's it from the stadium. Time to go back to the studio to take a look at the table as it stands after the first 4 match sets. So they were some exciting matches. I just wish I could have been there to witness them live myself. So what does the table look like after the first 4 rounds then? And we can see that at the top of the table, a bit of a surprise, it's Edmonton. Unbeaten, in fact, 4 straight victories for them, with a goal difference of 7 and 12 points already under their belts. And surprisingly, we have to look quite a long way down the table there for Cavalry and Forge. Runners-up and champions last season have already both been defeated twice and are sitting there in 4th place on 6 points each. And that's with Forge having the form die, that little advantage there for being champions last season. Now that privilege transfers now for the next 4 matches to Edmonton, and should see them at least maintain their position at the top, but given Forge's experience, perhaps it's a bit of a poisoned chalice. New Boys Atletico are bottom. They did manage 1 draw in their first 4 matches to give them that single point, which keeps them above Valor, who had 4 straight defeats and have a goal difference of -11. And that's 0 points after the first 4 games. I'm sure their form will change in the next couple of matches, and it won't be long until we can find that out, because in our next video we will be bringing you match sets 5 and 6 of the Canadian Premier League 2020. If you've enjoyed what you've seen today, please press like and maybe even subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to be among the first to hear of our latest postings. So all that's left for me to say then is thank you for watching, and we look forward to you seeing us again very soon here on Not Just Disney. Bye for now.